Hello, my loves, and welcome to your creative storytelling. With that said, let's get on with it. I'm feeling called to do a theme of the road ahead. So that's what we're going to do. I did this on the member section of my other channel. I did it on the main part of the other channel, and now I'm feeling called to do it over here. I've never done an actual theme or intention for a specific type of storyline on this channel before. Remember, this is creative storytelling. It doesn't have to resonate with you. This is for entertainment. If you find resonance in it, then, all the better. Um, but this is just a creative storytelling outlet over here. So whatever story is, no matter how whimsical or however want to come through, that's what comes through. Okay. So let's see. All right. Tell us about our main character and where they've been. Where are they coming from? Where have they been? Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands, the Moon card. This feels like a sense of longing, someone who's wanted more than something that's just flighting. Pertaining to love, sure. Two of Swords, the Star card. This is someone who feels like there's so much more. They want so much more um, than the mundane, than the mediocre, than the superficiality. Even look at the Six of Pentacles. It's just like, or Six of Wands, I should say. There could have been something that our character wanted, was longing for. Um, Only it was only just a dream. Eight of Wands, something someone was very passionate about, they wanted, they thought, until it became nothing more. It could have even become something that became more of an unhealthy tie. With this Knight of Wands gives me devil card type of energy, right? Um, so our main character could have found themselves, yearning for something, um, a desire that was never met. Perhaps they were dealing with someone who was very immature. I don't know, let's see. Wanting more nonetheless. Tell me about this Knight of Wands. Queen of Swords, the Hierophant, to the Ace of Swords. So someone had to learn a hard lesson. Perhaps they saw someone. Perhaps our character could have put someone on a bit of a higher pedestal, saw them as something more than they truly were, who they presented, or perhaps someone love bombed, presented themselves to be something that they weren't, only to present what they truly were, right? This is like someone who comes in, they try to present the energy of someone who is, this is someone with that Knight of Cups, that's like panty dropper type energy. This is someone who will try to pretend to be everything that you want them to be and more. But the reality is they're nothing more than just a flight, a flash in the pan, right? Looking for a roll in the hay, Knight of Wands to the Eight of Wands to the Moon card. In which case, our character could have had to, they could have seen the writing on the wall, took this as a harsh lesson, and had to use their own discernment and become to this, right? Tell me about this Eight of Wands. This could have been something that set our character off onto a path to focus on what it is that they do want. Something that makes them realize just what they really want so much more. I don't know, let's see. Yeah, Nine of Wands, Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands. Wow. Eight of Pentacles. So this, whatever the situation pertains to, this is something that set our main character, and I'm going to call it a she because we have a lot of feminine energy on here, right? Even the Eight of Pentacles. This is a feminine energy, much as a statue. Um, Putting in the work, right? Nine of Wands, Queen of Wands to the to the Seven of Wands, clarifying the Eight of Wands. That's a lot of heat. This is someone who it's like, look, I know I'm attractive. I know I'm this, I know I'm that, but I know that I want more. So this is something that was meant to help our main character set some form of boundaries for herself. learn when to say no, learn what to allow versus what not to allow. Um, this is something that really pushed this character into, you know what? You want someone who makes an effort. This is like you want. I'm hearing Olivia from Scandal. If anyone watched the show, you want me, earn me, where it's like someone has to earn it, right? So let's see. Tell me about that moon. This is someone who's not giving into any flighty type of energy. Four of Swords, Eight of Pentacles coming out again, to the Wheel of Fortune, to the Lovers, Fool card, Ten of Pentacles. And there's that King of Pentacles again. So I feel like we have a character who chose to silently remove themselves from a table, right? Perhaps they knew what they wanted. They wanted something more, and they saw that someone just wasn't. They were writing checks their asses couldn't cash, and they weren't lining up with what they were saying. Their their actions weren't lining up. They, much as they were talking all this game, talking all this talk, at the same token, they weren't walking the walk. In which case, our main character could have said, "You know what? No, we're not doing this. I know what I want, so I'm going to remove myself from this. Right? I'm going to." Focus on putting my energy elsewhere, only giving my energy towards the things that I do want. This is like, you know what? I recognize this energy and I'm not going on that merry-go-round with this one. So, no, we're good. So, by someone choosing to say, you know what, no, that's okay. Someone else can have you. I'm going in a whole other direction. That's what changes the game for our character. All right. So, they were in a place where they were choosing themselves first and foremost. All right. And where are they now? Where are they presently at? Three of Cups, King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Ask and ye shall receive. They're at a place in their life where they are quite happy. They are quite content. The Midas touch, King of Pentacles, there's that Ten of Cups again. They're quite good. They're quite happy. They could even, a bit unbeknownst to them, they could be around someone who is that which they desire. There could even be someone who has their eye on them. To be someone around wherever they go to. Say if this person frequents the coffee shop, right? Or the yoga studio, or the gym, or the bank, right? Um, it's a place where there's a form of collaboration with that Three of Pentacles. But I feel like our character is more so in a place just focusing on themselves, the things that bring them joy, the things that make them happy. And they're radiating an energy that is making them being noticed, being seen by someone who is all those things. All right, let's see. Tell me about this Three of Cups. Hold on. I don't know if I showed these. The Three of Cups, King of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. I'm telling you, it feels like someone already has their eye on our character. I'm getting there's something about there's something about our main character that is really pulling this other person in, where it's almost like I'm getting that song "Why Do Birds Suddenly Appear," and then I notice all the flowers here and the flowers around there. So it's almost like someone who sees like the hearts and stars and Tweety Bird. Like they see someone, it's like, "Why do birds suddenly appear?" All right, what about this Three of Cups? Page of Wands, Five of Wands, to the High Priestess. So this feels like this feels like our main character, and right now I'll call her the High Priestess. Right now, presently, she's just like kind of doing her own thing, right? It's like following the path of least resistance, but someone who's genuinely just doing their own thing. Um, this is someone who is feeling completely aligned within themselves, uh, but it feels like they're kind of, I don't wanna say ignorant, but it feels like, you know, that saying ignorance is bliss? I don't feel like it's ignorance is bliss per se, but this is almost like someone who they're kind of aloof to anything else around them, because this is someone who, they are more so just like kinda living in their own little bubble, is what this feels like. But again, this feels like there could be someone around them though who they're drawn to it. They're drawn to it. It's like a form of magnetism. This is someone who feels completely aligned. I'm hearing that song "You and I Collide." But the Four of Wands, that could be a place, this could be a neighbor. This could be, again, a place, a statue, a park setting. Who knows? But let's see. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. There's an air of mystery behind her. It seems like happy-go-lucky, but at the same token, this is not someone who is trying to blend in with the crowd. So this is someone who's content doing their own thing. At the same token, they're not trying to blend in with the crowd, and yet they are standing out, especially to this one person. Tell me about this King of Pentacles, the Four of Cups. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. Now, hopefully, this isn't someone who has to walk away from something else. Hopefully, that's not the case. The first thing that I felt is what I'm gonna go with, but this could even there could even be something where it's like, hopefully this King of Pentacles isn't already involved with that Queen of Pentacles, in which case they know that they couldn't even dare go towards this because they would have to walk away from the one thing, cut themselves free before pursuing this other thing, right? But I don't feel that strongly. What I do feel is the King of Pentacles clarified with the Four of Cups. The first thing I got with the Four of Cups, it's almost like someone who doesn't move, play possum, right? I feel like whoever this King of Pentacles, it's almost like they play a form of possum and they don't take any form of action because in their mind they're telling themselves, oh, well, they would never be interested, right? Or, trying to get to know her more. But man, did they see her as the Queen of Pentacles, their match, their one, Eight of Cups. But it's almost like, yeah, but that's just a bit of a dream, you know? It's almost like they feel like they have to walk away from the idea. They freeze, they don't go towards it, even though part of them wants to. They stop themselves. So they're kind of getting in their own way. They're stopping themselves them, from coming towards her to have any form of communication, much as they truly want to. They could even be trying to work up the nerve. This could even be they want to make sure that that she's not in a relationship or anything else before they come towards her, especially if they're looking at her like, oh my God, this is it. This is that one. All right, tell me about the Three of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Someone is all up in their head. Seven of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Someone wants to establish a form of foundation with our main character. The thing is, they are so unwrapped in their head because our main character, let's call the High Priestess or Queen of Pentacles, right? They're so self-focused and just more so this is not someone who tries to mix with the crowd, right? They just do their own thing. And it's almost like they wouldn't, I don't want to bother them, or they wouldn't want to be bothered by me. And da, 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 so they overthink it, right? But they, the more they focus their energy towards it, the more, think of like a bull, right? And a bull, they got their eyes set and they see that red. They're gonna have their eyes set and then they're gonna charge toward it. And that's what this feels like. Someone could be holding themselves back till they build up to this point where they just end up charging towards it because they were really wanting to establish some form of foundation. But the only thing that's been holding them back is being all up in their head. Well, what if they don't want me to bother them? Or what if, they wouldn't even want to give me the time of day? Da, da, da. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Three of Wands. I'm telling you, it's going to get to a point where it's going to be like, a bull in a china shop. Think about when a bull sees red. That's what I keep getting drawn to. You have the bull, and then they see the red, and then that's it. They're charging for that shit, right? Going straight for it head first. I feel like this bitch is going to end up becoming this King of Pentacles is going to end up becoming like a bull in a china shop and just gunning it towards this person because it's like a buildup. It's like they're thinking about it so much, but the more they fixate on this, they hyper fixate on the thought of all these things, but it makes them more focused on an intent towards doing it till eventually it's like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. All right. So, where are they headed? Where are they headed? Ace of Pentacles again. The Tower. Someone's just gonna do it. Eight of Cups. Two of Wands. Something's gonna happen. It's gonna feel like a make or break moment. It's almost like someone who feels like I have to do this. If I don't do this now, I'll never get the chance. So there could be something that happens unexpected. This could be, I don't know, maybe they see something or they hear something. If this is like a coworker type thing, maybe they come to find out they have this great new opportunity and they're going to be leaving, and now they're like, "Oh my God, I have to tell them now, otherwise I'll never get the chance." If I don't do something now, I'll never get that chance again, and then they'll be gone forever, right? A make or break moment. The time is now. There could be something unexpected in our feminine's life, right? We're gonna denote it to feminine and masculine now, right? Just to make it easier, where there's some form of opportunity that presents itself, in which case, it would denote them leaving whatever scenario, right? But something, it's like it's pushing our masculine to say, I need to do this. If I don't do this now, I'll never get the chance again. And then that'll be it. And then it'll always haunt me. This is my time now or never. I can't wait. Something's going to happen that's going to push this person to feel like they have to now. Because if they don't, they won't have the chance again. And I feel like it's something pertaining to leaving. Or maybe they just see her leaving one day and she's just looking a type of way where it's like, "Oh my God, I have to do it now, otherwise someone else is gonna come in." But it feels like something in regards pertaining to her, something with leaving. She's leaving something, having some form of fresh start or something like that. But it's like it's now or never. I keep hearing Halsey, now or never. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. Perhaps they're moving or going to another job. Four of Wands to the Emperor, to the Knight of Swords. So there's some form of unexpected change. There's an opportunity that's going to present itself. Again, the Four of Wands can also denote to a form of opportunity. Now, this opportunity could denote to a form of getting a new job or a form of relocation, right? Four of Wands could pertain to one's home or one's establishment. With the Emperor there, this could be, a work endeavor. But regardless, the, whatever this is something where the other person is like, I have to do this now. If I don't do it now, I'll never have the chance again, right? So tell me about this Tower. There's going to be an opportunity that presents itself, and uh, it's like I feel like our feminine is taking it. Six of Cups, the Empress, the Ten of Cups, Sun card. There's that red. Princess of Wands to the Fool card. And there's the King of Pentacles again, King of Coins. I want this. I have to do this. I have to say this. I have to go after this now, because now is the time. Now is the feminine is having some form of Wheel of Fortune type of opportunity in their life, right? This could be something that they've always wanted, that they've always, but it's something that is fulfilling to them, makes them truly happy. This could be someone who has kids, a single mom or a single father. I say that because the Empress to the Six of Cups denotes to mother and children, right? Um, Maybe someone's moving back to live near, if they have older children, going back to live near where their children are, right? Um, be closer with family. Someone could be moving back. There could be an opportunity where they're deciding to move back closer to family if they're moved away from family, something like that. There's something, some form of opportunity that's going to make our feminine very happy, extremely happy. And it feels like they're taking it. And somehow our masculine hears about it, finds out about it. And that's what makes them feel like I have to do it. Tell me about this Eight of Cups. Ace of Wands. So, Six of Wands. I keep getting drawn to it because I'm drawn to the Marilyn Monroe aspect here, right? This could be maybe our feminine always had a dream or aspiration or something in regards to a form of career endeavor. This could even be something where, perhaps in the spotlight or something, right? Or a form of recognition. Oh, as I say, that Six of Wands to the Star card. Six of Pentacles, there's an opportunity that presents itself regardless, right? And whatever this opportunity, this denotes her walking away from something. And whether this is, they work in the same place, or, they live in the same complex, or, they're neighbors, or, they go to the same, there's something about she's going to have to leave this thing. And he gets word of it, in which case it's like, I have to act now because they're leaving. They're going to be gone forever. Poof, bam, boom. Um, I'm not sure if she's gonna take him along for the ride or not, but she is definitely all focused on something that she's truly wanted for herself, and she's gonna have a decision. So as much as he's gonna have the decision to act now or forever hold his peace, if he does come towards her, she's gonna have decision because there's something big going on in her life, something new, something. This could be something that she's always wanted. I only say that because the Six of Cups denotes to, something of the past. She's going to have to decide if she even wants to give to this or if she even has space for this because she has so much else going on. Um, so our feminine has a choice in regards to some form of amazing opportunity for themselves, something that's going to be truly fulfilling to them, also quite lucrative. At the same token, that's when this other person is going to realize, oh my God, I have to say something now, do something now. Um, is she going to, is she going to, is she going to take him along for the ride? Is she going to say yes? What is going to happen between them? Seven of Cups, Four of Swords. I mean, it's ultimately that all depends. Is if he actually comes towards her, um, then that can it's really up in the air. He has to actually come towards her and be clear on his intent, all of it. If he doesn't, then he could very well lose out on this. And now we have the Two of Cups again. It's what he does with that is on him. But if he, it's a speak now, forever hold your peace type of situation. If he doesn't speak before she embarks on this new venture in her life, he could miss out. He could miss the boat, right? Think of the I'm seeing like a ferry, right? Maybe she's getting on a ferry, or maybe an actual boat, or maybe she's getting on a plane, train, or automobile and driving away or going away, right? In which case, this will be the one that always haunts him and the one that got away. The thing that never got to be, the one that become a missed opportunity. So, I mean, it can't really be said if she takes him or not because it's still up in the air. He might have the intent to actually do it, but he might panic and still hold himself back. Is he going to actually do it? I heard eventually. Five of Swords. He, you know what I just saw? It's almost like when someone tries to rush to stop someone and then they stop themselves. Like they could literally be feet within the person or they can see them. And then, like the way I'm seeing it is like in the movie when they see them and they're about to board the plane and the person about to board the plane has no idea the person is behind them. And they're just watching them walk off. Instead of stopping them at that very moment, they stop and they say nothing. And then that's it. Poof, gone. This will be if that's the case, if this is someone who lets this get through their hands, get through their fingers, this is gonna change them. This is gonna be the one to change them. Um, I should have done it. I should have said something. Okay. So what is the outcome for our main character? The devil to the moon card. Temptation, the high priestess, King of Cups. Um, this is someone they're pulling in things for themselves. They're also making themselves. This is someone who is becoming very highly desired. The devil card bookending the high priestess. The high priestess can be the unobtainable woman. The moon card, think of like Marilyn Monroe, right? And I was drawn to the aspect of Marilyn Monroe and the star aspect, right? You know, someone in the public eye. Um, no one can really touch the moon, right? I have this other deck where Marilyn is in fact the moon card. It's a cat deck, right? It's one of my favorites. But I love that moon card because it's Marilyn Monroe as the character for the moon, right? Because uh, the one that's much to be desired, right? Devil card, bookending the high priestess, heavily desired, but at the same token, so far out of reach. So they will forever be the one that's heavily desired and yet seems so out of reach, so out of touch for most certainly this person. This person always wanting. And there's Marilyn again in her Norma Jean days, overthinking it. But I feel like this is something that will come to an end, that will not have a chance, if he chooses to stop himself dead in his tracks. In which case she will always be that which is the most desired and unobtainable, and that which he could never seem to reach. I'm drawn to like the sun and the moon aspect, right? The sun and the moon, they never truly meet. They might circle around each other, but they never truly meet, right? Total eclipse of the heart. But I feel like our feminine is definitely on to much bigger and brighter things for herself. Whether or not this person who does have a form of good intention towards her and desire actually come along with her, though, that is yet to be determined. So, with that said, my loves, that's what I got for you. That's your read.